What up, man? UnbiasReview checking in, man. Traffic 2. Shout out to KG the Poet and everybody over there. The only thing I hope for Traffic 2, man, is that we get better cameras at the end of the day, because I think some of the battles over there were dope. But if URL is gonna expand to the URL West, they need to bring the same presentation over that they bringing over. They need to do release trailers the same way. You know how Twiz, create them crazy trailers for a New York card. They need to do that for the West Coast too. It'd be really, really dope if we could have saw a crazy Young Cannon and Steam's trailer. You need to bring that old Fly Twiz out, let him film it also. And it'd be good if Smack and B-Lee actually showed up and supported the event. I know Smack was at the last one, but that's what needs to happen for the Traffic 2. It needs to have the same presentation that the URL in New York has for it to even be respected the same. Because even DNA was doing an interview like, yeah, he was on the URL West, but we know that's not the real URL. And niggas should never say that. They should never ever fucking say that. And the fact that DNA even fixed his mouth to say it just lets you know the perception people have. But going down in October, man, Traffic 2, some pretty decent names on here. I definitely feel like it's gonna be some bar fest on here at the end of the day. I think we'll get some good battles. So let's just run through them, man. We got Prophecy versus Dre Dennis.
Prophecy versus Dre Dennis.
Shout out to Dre Dennis, because he done had about 6 or 7 PGs, so they say. I don't know. Or niggas just saying his battles are PGs and they're really not. Niggas probably think this a PG, knowing y'all niggas. But he be hustling his way on cars at the end of the day, man. I told you, even when I just did my QB recap, Dre Dennis will stand in front of anybody. And his videos and promotion may be corny to a lot of people, but at least he's putting forth the effort, and I respect him for that. As far as Prophecy, look like Heavy Bag's little brother mixed with Glue Easy, mixed with Big K. I got Dre Dennis winning this battle. No disrespect to Prophecy, but I thought he lost his battle to, who did he battle? But Daffy Green, I think I saw. I thought he lost that battle. And Dre Dennis, at the end of the day, whether you fuck with him or not, he got bars. And in a small room like Traffic 2, where they only putting a couple hundred people in the building, Dre Dennis can get off in a situation like that. I got him winning 2-1, possibly 3-0, but I definitely got him clearly winning the battle.
HA Double versus Stewie Newton.
HA Double versus Stewie Newton. This will probably be another bar fest. HA Double, slick, low key, has one of the best PGs ever on URL with him and Anubis. If we being real, from then I don't know what happened. He went to UFF and just choked against Snow, and then he just stopped being on URL at the same time. I don't know if he just didn't sign a URL contract because his manager, same manager that was managing Danny Myers, and you know how she felt about URL contracts and all them interviews, so she might have been telling him the same thing, like, yo, fuck that contract. And then we weren't seeing HA Double no more. Stewie Newton is definitely a talent, man. I like all his battles he done put out so far on URL West, and I think he'll win this battle. He another West Coast dude. I think he'll have some support he'll put on. Both of them got bars. I like Stewie Newton a little bit better. I think he's just a better battler than HA Double. Like, HA Double definitely got bars, but Stewie Newton, he just gives you a little bit more in my opinion. So salute to both of these two, but I got Stewie Newton winning 2-1.
Young Cannon versus Danny Myers.
Danny Myers versus Young Cannon. This will be a good ass battle in my opinion. I feel like first of all, both these two dudes come with 3 good rounds. No ifs, ands, or buts. Both of these two dudes do not choke. So I mean, that already is half the battle, my nigga. We gonna get 3 good rounds of no choking. So I expect a bar fest. I want Young Cannon to win though. I think it's a time he start getting respect. He part of the Cave gang now. He needs to start winning battles and kind of get that URL respect. Danny Myers been quiet. I don't know what's been going on with Danny. He ain't even really been on social media like that. Ain't been doing a lot of interviews. So maybe he just got some shit planned from now to the end of the year. I know he's gonna be on the West Coast at home. I think Young Cannon might be able to pull it out, man. Honestly, it's a toss-up. I'm going to keep it real with you. It's a toss-up. Whoever's on the A game is going to win the battle. Who I probably want to win, Young Cannon. So I'm going to go with Young Cannon 2-1.
KG the Poet versus DNA.
KG the Poet versus DNA. Salute to both these two dudes, but I got DNA winning this battle. I just think he's a better battler than KG the Poet, and his freestyles and rebuttals put him above most battlers in the game right now. And I don't think KG can outbar DNA at the end of the day. I think there's not really one thing that KG does better than DNA. You're not going to outperform him, and you don't outbar him, and you don't freestyle, and you don't rebuttal. So DNA got the advantage in every way. And I just think it's another battle where DNA like clearly wins the battle. But I already know how KG is. He gets extra sensitive when I say he's gonna lose a battle. So if you win, I will recap it and I will give you credit for winning. Remember, this is a prediction blog. It's not the end all be all, my nigga. You still can go out there and win the battle. But DNA top tier for a reason. And I think he's one of the more well-rounded battlers, and he's somebody that still brings 3 good rounds despite having numerous battles. It's not like he's taking battles off. I got him winning a battle 2-1 clearly.
Frizz Rothstein versus Paz.
Paz versus Briz Rothstein looks like it may be the main event. You know, salute to Paz for getting on URL. It's about that time that you finally stepped over on this side and got on URL, you know. But Paz been up and down. Bishop Brigante battle wasn't that good. Moneybags battle wasn't all that good. He did beat Chilla Jones. He did beat Arsenal. And he's going to beat Briz Rothstein. I just think he just brings more to the table than Briz do. Briz isn't going to outbar him. That torture shit'll be cool. I don't think it's going to be enough. And when Paz wants to rap, he's a very, very good rapper at the end of the day. So Briz will be good. I told you sometimes he got to control his breathing a little bit more. You know what was crazy? I reviewed Briz versus Suge. Briz didn't like my recap, so he hits me up and he's like, yo, I never heard you talk about a nigga breathing before. My nigga, when someone mentions your breathing, they're talking about your delivery at the end of the day. It's not like I'm just critiquing your breaths. Like, yo, this nigga don't breathe well. It's like, no, your breathing is causing your delivery not to be great. So that's something that I feel like Briz needs to fix. And I think the torture shit for 3 rounds, if he really worked the angles, there's a lot of angles you can come at Paz at, in my opinion. You can create some angles to come at him. Just like I'm going to slice your mother and pull out the machete and slice it from ear to ear. Like, you're going to have to do more to beat Paz, because Paz can rap very well. So I just think at the end of the day, Briz will do well. He'll get around, but Paz will win 2-1. And that's the traffic card, man. If you in the building, you on the West Coast, try to be in the building for that. And URLTV.tv, Unbiased Review. Holla at your boy.